All right, but we are unable to progress forward because of this thing. Navi, what do you say? Strong iron bars are blocking the door. You can't open them with your hands. Okay. Interesting that they don't tutorialize this. So what we need to do is shoot this button. Boop. That is interesting. I wonder... Hold on, we're gonna go check on something. Come out here. Go look at this button. Let's see what we see. Ah, right, it's this symbol, the moon and the star. Which I will point out is, I believe, an Islamic symbol, and in later releases of the game was removed from the game. It was replaced by a different symbol. If you Google Gerudo symbol, actually let's do this real quick. Gerudo symbol. Ba-da-ba-ba. Let's see if somebody has a side-by-side comparison. Yeah. Let me open up this image. Open image. F11. Then I think if we come over to this screen, boop. Yeah, you can see that this is the symbol that we have in the game, and it was changed in later releases of the game to this symbol, which is specific to the Gerudo and not related to religions at all. And that was, if I recall, because people got real tilted about it. They were angry. They were like, how dare you? Because, as you may recall, 98 was around a time when things got a little difficult for Muslim symbols in media in the United States. Julie! Hello, welcome. Didn't I just kick your ass? Yeah. I know. We've already had this talk. 231. 23 is number 1. Yes. I do think you're a traitor. All right. Oh, I already opened this. Okay. Oh, this fucking room. After you get into the water, if you hold down A, you can dive. I bet there are some interesting things underwater. There are, like this button. Oh, God. Swimming. There we go. And then we have a limited time. You can hear the TikTok sound effect, which confused me a lot as a kid. I wasn't sure what that sound effect meant, honestly. All right, and go. And jump. Yeah. And that symbol that appeared on the button, oh God, stand next to the block and grab hold of it with A. While holding A, you can push or pull it. If you stand next to the block and press A while pressing the left or the thumbstick forward or toward the block, you can climb on top of it. Pay attention to what the action icon says. I wonder if they want us to pay attention to what the action button says. Wasn't a super hardcore Zelda kid, but these graphics take you back? Hell yeah. As I mentioned at the top of the stream, this is my favorite game of all time. This and the sequel are two of my favorite games, so this it's pretty meaningful. It's a pretty big deal for me. But yeah, they use the same symbol on the blocks as they used on the buttons, which is interesting. And then it all got changed later. Okay, they've given us Deku Babas and torches again. Think we can figure out what to do here. Okay, I should probably use Z-targeting. Ow, Jesus Christ, I forgot how much these things hurt in the early game. Ow. Are there bushes? Yeah, give me help, please. Thanks. And the game actually dynamically determines what items to give you from bushes and stuff based on the status of your health. Which is just a nice little under the hood touch. Save that Deku stick by putting it away. If you didn't know that you could do that, you're welcome. It felt like the first open world game to you. Kingdom Hearts the next. Yeah, I would agree. This game is railroady. Like, there is a specific order that you have to do it in, unless you're glitching and doing sequence breaks and stuff. But there is a specific order to go through for the game. But it lets you explore stuff and walk around. And it's really unobtrusive with how it restricts your movements in a lot of cases. And just makes it part of the story. Alright, and I think this is the creepy room. Yep. So we're just gonna... Can we really not break this? There we go. I'm gonna break 2 of them and let the other one activate so that you can see what they're like. The fuck is with my aim? Okay, I call shenanigans. There we go. All right, third one, do your thing. What does Navi say? Goma larva. Look out when it gets ready to pounce. Get wrecked. And hopefully that will be the last we see of them. But something tells me that's unlikely. Alright, we gotta burn that. Gotta burn that. Let's do this one first, although I think... Yeah, we actually can't get through here. And we'll see why in a moment. Come on. There we go. There's just a wall here that we can't break. Or walk through. This isn't a door. This is a thing that we're gonna have to come back to later. Which is the thing that Zelda dungeon design, really Nintendo dungeon design at this time, did really well. Is showing you things that you can't interact with really early on. So that when you can deal with them later, you go, oh, I remember this thing. And you feel rewarded for exploration. Put it away. There we go. Which is a thing that I kind of miss, and that is sorely lacking in Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild was a great game. My personal opinion is that it was a poor Legend of Zelda game. In terms of its mechanics. Narratively, I think it was fine. But in terms of its mechanics and, to an extent, its visual style, it just missed the mark for me. Just push this down, which creates a shortcut for us to get back. Yay! But we're not going to go back, so we don't really need it. Oh, yeah, we do. That's right. That's right. We got to do this thing. A lot of things changed in the 90s. Yeah, it wasn't a political correctness thing. It was Islamophobia. People in the US were upset that there were what they considered to be Muslim symbols in a game for kids. They thought that Islam was a religion of evil and terrorists, and it just all around was not good. But it had nothing to do with political correctness or sensitivity, from what I remember. Let's jump down this hole because that's what we do. Ooh, health. All right, do y'all remember the order that we do this in? We have 3 brothers here. Who in chat can tell me what we're supposed to do? What's the phrase to remember? I'm literally not going to do this until somebody in chat gets the right answer because I can. Ow. 23 is number 1. Levi wins. Come on, spit. 20. Oh, come on. Maybe I have to get closer. 23 is number 1. Ah, shit. Come on, man. There we go. How did you know our secret? How irritating. It's so annoying that I'm going to reveal the secret of Queen Goma to you. In order to administer the coup de grace to Queen Goma, strike with your sword while she's stunned. Oh, Queenie. Sorry about that. Do we have a way to stun? Were we explicitly told that there's an item that lets us stun things? Yes, on both counts. All right, now for one of the creepiest boss fights in the world. If you are arachnophobic. Coup de grace. Because no French. Oh no. Hey, what's that? What's that sound? What's that glowy thing? Hey. Ew, freaky. Oh, come on. Dang. Yeah. Yeah. We didn't even have to deal with the stupid babies. All right, and we get 2 things. 1, get a heart, and 2, we get this shiny blue thing. But I want to talk about a game design thing real quick. So dungeons in Zelda serve an important purpose. They give you a linear enclosed space with which to in which to achieve your goals, so that you don't get lost. It's great, it's important. It provides puzzles and combat, which lets you go back and forth between 2 different play styles, creating a very even experience. You never get overly fatigued on one part of the game because of that. Occasionally, the game will ask you to leave a dungeon and come back to it, which further contributes to that lack of fatigue. But something that Zelda dungeons, especially in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, and also the older games, do, but Breath of the Wild misses, which is a big part of why I don't think it's a great Zelda game, is you get a specific item in the dungeon. This time we got the the slingshot, the fairy slingshot here, which is an important tool for the game. It will be involved in puzzles for a while. It uses puzzles to tutorialize the use of the tool, and then the boss fight itself centers on using that item. So I got a bit of a quick kill on Goma because I was using Deku Sticks to deal a shitload of damage. But you'll note that when she went up on the ceiling and started like rolling her eyeball around, we shot her in the eye with the slingshot to bring her back down. If we didn't do that, right? If we didn't knock her down and she got to stay up there for a while, she would have been dropping those little Goma larvae on us until we did that. So the weapon is part of the dungeon design and part of the boss design, and all three of those things come together into one whole thing, which is a really satisfying way to play the game, or to design the game and reward your players for paying attention to one or all of those 3 points. And then we don't have to walk back through the dungeon because we get this blue warp field. We get swooped out. Boom! Well done, Anarasis. Thou hast verily demonstrated thy courage. I knew that thou wouldst be able to carry out my wishes. Now, I have yet more to tell ye. Wouldst thou listen? Again, this is not a real choice. This game is full of but thou must choices. If you're not familiar with the but thou must trope, just go look it up on the trope wiki, TV tropes, there we go. One thing I will note is that there's a theme here that's gonna come up several times. We were introduced to a natural location and a part of the natural balance of Hyrule as a setting. Remember, at the beginning, I talked about the intro menu relating Link and Hyrule to each other, implicitly connecting them through the design choices of the title screen. This is introducing us to a natural part of the world, in this case, the Deku Tree, and the Kokiri Forest around him, which he protects. It explicitly stated in his dialogue that he maintains balance of nature by being here. And then it introduces a curse, which came from a specific person, and we'll get to that. It introduces a corruption to that natural order, and then our task is to defeat that corruption and in that way cleanse the natural world, bring order and balance back to it. There is, however, a drawback, which we will get to soon. Now, listen carefully. A wicked man of the desert cast his dreadful curse upon me. This evil man ceaselessly uses his vile, sorcerous powers in his search for the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule. For it is in that sacred realm that one will find the divine relic, the Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. Before time began, before spirits and life existed, 3 golden goddesses descended upon the chaos that was Hyrule. Din, the goddess of power. Nehru, the goddess of wisdom. Furore, the goddess of courage. Din. With her strong flaming arms, she cultivated the land and created the Red Earth. Nehru poured her wisdom onto the earth and gave the spirit of law to the world. Furore, with her rich soul, produced all life forms who would uphold the law. The three great goddesses, their labors completed, departed for the heavens, and golden sacred triangles remained at the point where the goddesses left the world. Since then, the sacred triangles have become the basis of our world's providence, and the resting place of the triangles has become the sacred realm. Thou must never allow the desert man in black armor to lay his hands on the sacred Triforce. I want to point out a thing here. So remember how I was talking about this relationship between nature and Link, but also like the natural balance of the world and the people in it, right? That's, oh my goodness, Tingles! Thank you for the raid. Also, fitting that my raid sound is literally Tingle. Hello, welcome raiders. We are playing Ocarina of Time, which is which is my favorite game of all time, and I'm talking about sort of the themes right now. So you'll note in that cutscene that we just had that it talked about Nehru creating the laws of the world and Furore creating the people and living creatures that would uphold that law. That's reinforcing this idea of there being a natural order to the world, and that it is the responsibility of all creatures within that world to maintain that balance. Which is an idea that is very heavily influenced by Shinto beliefs in Japan. And you'll see many hints of Shinto tradition and themes and symbols throughout this game, but also Zelda as a franchise. You can see it in even looking at Breath of the Wild, the ways in which the world is out of balance, and that causes like the dragons to go out and do stuff. The Koroks are, very much like little mini kami. All sorts of stuff like that exists throughout the series. Thou must never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter the sacred realm of legend. That evil man who cast the death curse upon me and sapped my power. Because of that curse, my end is nigh. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, I was doomed before you started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me. I have been able to tell you of these important matters. This is Hyrule's final hope. Anarasis, go now to Hyrule Castle. There thou will surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with you, the stone that man wanted so much that he cast the curse on me. It's shiny and it's one of my favorite stones. Hell yeah. Gorgy. Look at that high fidelity. Look at those textures. You got the Kokiri's Emerald. This is the spiritual stone of the forest, now entrusted to you by the Great Deku Tree. Textured, yeah, fair. The future depends upon thee, Anarses. Thou art courageous. Navi the fairy, help Anarses to carry out my will. I entreat ye, Navi. Goodbye. Let's go to Hyrule Castle in RSS. Goodbye, Great Deku Tree. Oh, fuck, that little hesitation when she hangs back. Oh, so good. Imagine playing this game when you're fucking 6 years old, man. Big oofs. Hey, Mido. Hey, Anarsis. What did you do? The Great Deku Tree. Did he die? How could you do a thing like that? It's all your fault. Oof. I mean, if you think about it, like, from his perspective, he doesn't know what's going on. None of the Kokiri know what's going on. The Great Deku Tree only told us what's going on. So as far as he knows, we just took a sword and a shield, went and talked to the Great Deku Tree. We went inside the tree died, and we came back. Like, oof. And now this guy is out of our way. Hey, bud. What do you have to say? We Kokiri will die if we leave the forest. You're not going to try to leave the forest, are you? But we have to go to Hyrule Castle, so... Here's the second status cutscene for me. Oh. You're leaving. I knew that you would leave the forest someday in RSS. Because you're different from me and my friends. But that's okay. Because we'll be friends forever. Won't we? I want you to have this ocarina. Please take good care of it. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. You received the fairy ocarina. This is a memento from Saria. Set it to C and press C to start playing it. On the select item subscreen, you can set it to yep, and then use that C to start playing. You can play different notes with A and the 4 C buttons. Press B to quit playing or to start your song over again. When you play my ocarina, I hope you'll think of me and come back to the forest to visit. My heart. Fuck, man. That kills me. And that is the cost that I wanted to talk about. Oh, well, here's Hyrule Field. When we talk about Link going into these places, being introduced to the natural order of things, finding the corruption in that natural order, and setting it free, there's this idea that, you know, I think there's a certain view of purity that exists in a lot of fiction that I would suspect is rooted in Christianity, where, you know, corruption happens and then you dispel the corruption, you destroy it, it's gone forever, it doesn't go anywhere. There's no thermodynamic preservation of energy there, right? And to an extent, Shinto doesn't share that same view. You can see this in Princess Mononoke. You can see it in a lot of material that pulls from that mythology, that set of beliefs. And here, what is... Oh, the sun's going down. That's bad. Whoops. Well, we lost the ability to get to Hyrule Castle on the first day. But here, the loss, the transfer of corruption, is to Link. He loses his home. He loses his childhood connections, his friends, and the ability to exist in that space. And that is the cost of saving this place. Big ouchies. We're gonna go listen to everybody's least favorite owl and my favorite owl. I fucking love his music. Yeah! Hell yeah! Kabora theme is so good. It's such a banger. I also love that he flips his head upside down sometimes. And you can see where his eyes are, right, with his fucking eyebrows. But his little like beard plumage also has symbols that look like eyes, so when he flips his head upside down, it still looks like he's looking at you. It's great. It's almost possible unless you... Yeah. It appears the time has finally come for you to start your adventure. You will encounter many hardships ahead. That is your fate. Don't feel discouraged, even during the toughest times. Go straight this way, and you will see Hyrule Castle. You will meet a princess there. If you are lost and don't know which way to go, look at the map. The areas you have explored will be shown on the map. Press start to enter the subscreens, and Z or R to find the map. On the map subscreen, you will also see a flashing dot showing you which way you should go next. Did you get all that? And this is where the game absolutely fucks you, because for every other decision so far, it has defaulted to yes, and on this one, it defaults to no, like an asshole. So that if you just try and mash straight through, because you're like, God, fuck this thing. I've been listening to tutorials for the last 2 hours, playing this game, 3 hours probably at this point if this is your first play. I'm done with tutorials. I don't want to read this thing, which is actually really vital information, and you just mash through. He gives it to you again. It's so good. All right then, I'll see you around. Hoot 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 ho! Ah, fuck yeah. Thanks, Gabora. All right, and we are gonna get stuck out in Hyrule Field at night, which is a little unfortunate, but oh well. Owlboy really wants you to read it. He does. If we wanted to speed, like, do the move faster, we'd be back walking this entire way, but fuck that. This is a weird experience of playing this game casually after I've watched so many speedruns of it. And if you stay on the road, you're mostly safe. It's a theory that Zelda's dad in Skyward Sword becomes Gabora. Interesting. Alright, and we should be getting bad guys. Yeah! What does Navi say? Stall child. Don't be afraid of the stall child. Just attack it repeatedly. Ah, fuck. Get wrecked. We've got nothing better to do. Oh, sun's coming up soon. Can we get it? Ah, no. Alright, well, the stall children, go away. When the sun comes up. If you kill enough of them, I think it's 10, or it might be 10 waves, a giant one shows up. Free to fight. And if we walk up these chains... Isn't it? If you walk up the chains? Am I crazy? There we go. If you jump off, I guess, you get a bunch of money. And if we go in here, we can cause a ruckus. Wait, let me roll. Let me roll into this box. Heh. I will cause problems on purpose. Man, I am so bored. Things would sure be more interesting if there were more troubles in the world. Hey, that's just between you and me, okay? Anyway, maybe we can let off some steam by breaking these jars. Stand near a jar and press A to lift it. Press A again to toss it. Or... absolute chaos! Yeah! I'm drunk with power. Yeah, it's technically a jar room. Well, actually, do infinite sword glitch. I actually don't know the setup for infinite sword glitch, so... I know it has something to do with opening a dialogue at the right time and all that stuff. Welcome to the market. Look how happy it is. I wanted to see Princess Zelda. I avoided the guards, swam through the moat. I was almost there when they caught me. I found a small drain hole on the right side of the castle that I thought I could sneak into, but I got stuck there. Small drain hole, huh? Interesting. Hey you, why are you chasing a chicken? Why are you chasing a chicken? Hey, why are you chasing a chicken? Why are you chasing a chicken? Okay. This beard is my pride and joy. Doesn't it look luxuriant, kid? Hey, have you heard that Princess Zelda sees prophetic visions in her dreams? Huh? What? Shoo, kid, shoo! Hey, you, guy with the bag. Well, he's gone. Come on, can't you make it any cheaper? Wait, come back, I want to talk to you. God damn, motherfucker. This is a game for kids. I'm late for a very important date. Oh, what a cute reference. I wonder what the original Japanese is there. Do you know about the Temple of Time that we have in the northeast part of town? Legends say that the Temple of Time is the entrance to the sacred realm. Did you know that? Have you heard the legend of the Shadow Folk? They are the Sheikah, the shadows of the Hylians. I absolutely called them Sheikah when I played this as a kid, and Breath of the Wild ruined that for me. They say they swore allegiance to the King of Hyrule and guarded the royal family. But with the long peace, no one has seen a Sheikah around here for a long time. However, I heard there is one Sheikah woman living in the castle. Yeah, so fun background. If I'm remembering correctly, and this isn't in the game, so I'm not spoiling anything. This is like Hyrule Historia, which I have on my shelf. I have several very large Zelda reference books on my shelf that each one of them is a weapon and could kill someone. They're so heavy. But there was a war in Hyrule some time past between several clans, and I think this feeds into Twilight Princess, because one of those clans used a lot of magic and was banished into the Twilight Realm and became if you've played that game, the Twily, whatever they're called, the people that live over there. But that war took a heavy toll, and it is believed that the Stall Children that we fought outside, the many restless skeletons that come up from the earth in Hyrule Field at night, are the fallen soldiers from that war. I made a lot of money. Maybe I should go look for more things to sell. I know, I should go to Lake Hylia. Many things float down the river and end up there. Ha ha! Yeah, the princess's name is Zelda. The main character's name is Link. A lot of people mess that up. Tingle, no. They did not give the princess the same name as the main character. It is a Legend of Zelda because it is about her. It's just that we don't play her. Please with C. Please sell me something. Please with C. You don't want to buy any of the things that I have. Oh, actually, hold on. We can play the song that is on my shirt right now. Let me tilt the camera a little bit. Move this. We will learn this song later, but what is this? Yeah! Woo! Fun times. Okay, I just had to do that. I had to do it once, alright? Alright. I'm not dancing, you know. My back itches. Ooh, ah, ooh. It's a great shirt, thank you. I'm a big fan. I've had it for a while. Hey, forest boy. This is the city of Hyrule. Take your time and enjoy the sights. If you came here to see Hyrule Castle, take the street on your right. If you want to see the back alleys of the town, take the street to the left. Yes, Navi? The Great Deku Tree wanted us to go to Hyrule Castle, yeah. Fuck, that guy is dead. Hey, your clothes! They're different. Not from around here, are you? Oh, you're a fairy boy from the forest. My name is Malin. My dad owns Lon Lon Ranch. Dad went to the castle to deliver some milk, and he hasn't come back yet. Uh-oh. Fuck your bushes. Alright. My precious little puppy's fur coat is very special compared to the other mutts around here. Okay, then. Kid, have you been to Lon Lon Ranch? Their milk is delicious. There are many horses there, and the young daughter of the ranch owner is cute. To get to Lon Lon Ranch, after you leave town, head due south across the field. You should visit the ranch at least once. Ah yes, for the cute kid. Oh, you are so handsome. Just like the king of Hyrule. Japanese style, adventure, Zelda, little book, and yeah. No, you fucking everyone who has not played the games thinks that Zelda is Link. That Zelda is the name of the character we're playing right now. And it's become a meme, and people say it specifically to annoy people like me who really like the Zelda games. Because they know we've heard it a billion times. Potion shop. There's a rumor going around that there is a potion shop that can make the ultimate medicine. Well, we're in a potion shop right now. Welcome. Blue fire. Need an empty bottle. We do not have an empty bottle for any of these things, so we can't take any of them. We don't have 200 rupees to buy that. We actually can't get 200 rupees right now. The most we can have is 99. Okay, let's go into this building. What a strange shop. I wonder when it'll open for business. I read the sign there, but it still seems weird. Happy Mask Shop. Please read this sign before you use this shop. This sounds like somebody's shop that they made on Minecraft. All right, cheers, Danny. Have a good night. Same to you, Tingles. Have a good day, I assume, because Australia? Make sure to use bomb. All right, will do. How this shop works. We do not sell masks at this shop. We just lend them to you. You sell the loaned masks on your own. This is not a pyramid scheme. You pay back the money for the mask and we will lend you a newer model. You can borrow masks you have already sold again. However, you can sell each model of mask only once. Please try our mask shop, or try our shop. Happy Mask Shop owner. Alright, I'm gonna go down this way, do a little bit of exploring. Who's this shady guy? Hey, shady guy. Hey, what? What's wrong with loitering around all day? Huh, kid? I mean, nothing, I guess. Can I go in here? Strange. This door doesn't open. Oh, hello. It seems strange that packs of dogs roam our streets at night. Doesn't that seem weird to you? A little bit, yeah. Hey, Sonny. I'll tell you something helpful. I heard there's a mysterious fountain somewhere near the castle. Oh, let's just walk into someone's home. That's fine. Well, nothing here. This is so interesting. So most of this room, again, much like our room, is 2D sprite. And it's using directional audio. So I think this will come through from OBS. But it's using directional audio to indicate that this thing is on fire. But you'll note that there's zero animation here. Like the fire isn't flickering or anything. The only thing that's animated in this room are the two 3D objects, which are this crate, which you'll note when the room shakes. Oh, come on. Roll into the wall. Bonk. Oh my god. There we go. The door and the box shake separate from the 2D background. No, roll into the box. There we go. Yay, 1 rupee. Cool. Strange, this door doesn't open. Okay. I'm curious why those doors are there if they don't open. Like maybe they were planned to do stuff early and then they had to cut it. Treasure chest contest, temporarily closed, open tonight. All right, this one's open at night. All right. We're going to head this way and then we are going to bring tonight's stream to an end because I have to eat some dinner. We're going to gaze upon Hyrule Castle, see Kibora Gabora, and go, no, no, Funky Owl. We have already listened to your song 1 time tonight, and we shall not spoil ourselves by listening to it a 2nd time. We'll instead save the game and turn it off. So, thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. I hope that this was interesting. And fun. I obviously had a great time because I love this game. And it's a blast getting to play it again after so long. And yeah, we're still in the beginning portion of the game. We'll be heading into the real meat of the game soon. But yeah, there's a lot happening narratively that happens really early on in the game. And I think it's there's an opinion that I have that I owe largely to this game and the sequel Majora's Mask, um, that I hold very strongly, which is that children's fiction can contain difficult themes and complex subject matter and still be good and still serve that childhood audience. You've already seen that there are complex ideas about purity and nature and balance and responsibility and destiny, grief and death, the loss of childhood friends, the need to take on responsibility, to face coming hardships with courage. These are not like these are not small light ideas. They're heavy, they're weighty, they carry with them a lot of meaning and impact, and that's okay, right? Like when I played this for the first time when I was 6 or 7, did I get all of that? Not necessarily, but I did get some of it, and a lot of that carries I carry with me today. A lot of I have seen therapists and I have talked and I have dissected myself in many ways. But one of the things that I owe to this game and the following is my feelings of responsibility, right? My feelings that when things get bad, you step up, and you do something, and you don't let things just fall apart around you. That I very much owe to Link's self-sacrificing nature in these two games, which is, we'll get way more into that in Majora's Mask, because Majora's Mask is much more about themes of responsibility, both societally and personally. But that's getting ahead of myself. So I think it's pretty important to recognize that we can make media for kids and still have it be meaningful. So yeah. Had no idea there was a lot of Shintoism in the game. Thanks for the game and stream. Hell yeah. And oh yeah, we'll have really playing games. Oh wow, I really need to update this overlay because this still says Minecraft Mondays. We'll have really playing games tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific. We'll be back to Life is Strange. And Tuesday I'll be over on Off the Table. Wednesday we might game stream. I don't know. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. The state of the world, and specifically my country at the moment, is stressing me the fuck out. And it's made it difficult to get work done. Both like just the boring like editing videos, the grunt work that I need to do, and the creative work, like running streams and running role-playing games, that sort of stuff. So if I'm being completely honest with you, my output at the moment is not great. And I talked about this on Twitter, but I'll bring it up here. Streams are going to be a little weird for a while. They're going to be a little spotty. I'm going to try and do more streams like this where it's impromptu and unscheduled, and yeah, but I'm definitely going to keep playing this game. I don't know when, so sorry for that, but I'm really enjoying diving back into this and sort of taking it apart and looking at the different pieces of it, and getting to share that with all of you, because again, this game means a lot to me. So thank you, and obviously your support means a lot to me. Thank you for understanding when shit's weird and I am not my best because of it. Thank you for understanding when I shake things up to accommodate that. And obviously, thank you to people who support monetarily. Thank you, Levi, for the 8-month resub, Rob for the 3-month resub, and Snowdogs for the 13-month resub. Thank you all for the hosts in the raids. Thank you for coming here and talking to me. I one of my favorite things is sharing the stuff that I like with cool people, and this lets me do that. So thank you so much for coming and listening to me and sharing in this thing that I love. So thank you. But most importantly, have a wonderful rest of your night. Good night.